Hello and welcome. In today's tutorial, I'll show you a very simple way of solving this system of nonlinear simultaneous equations. Usually, when we have a system like this, our main aim is to find a simple relationship between the variables, in this case x and y, which we can substitute into any of the equations to get solutions. So for this system, what we are going to do is to first of all multiply this first equation by 2. When we do that, we have 2x cubed plus 2y cubed is equal to 2. Now, when you look at this equation and this equation, you are going to see that they are both equal to 2. So next, let us equate the left-hand sides of these two equations. When we do that, we have 2x cubed plus 2y cubed is equal to x squared y plus 2xy squared plus y cubed. Now notice that this equation is homogeneous. The power of x here is 3. The power of y is 3. The power of x here is 2. But the power of y is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. The power of x here is 1 and the power of y is 2. 1 plus 2 is also 3. The power of y here is 3. So let us divide through this equation by x cubed. So here we have this over x cubed, and here we have this divided by x cubed. Now simplifying this, 2x cubed divided by x cubed is going to be equal to 2. 2y cubed divided by x cubed is going to give us 2y over x cubed. Here, x squared y divided by x cubed is going to give us y over x. Next, 2xy squared divided by x cubed is going to give us 2y over x squared. And lastly, y cubed divided by x cubed is going to give us y over x cubed. Now you can see that this equation is an equation in y over x. Let us simplify this equation. First of all, let y over x be equal to d. And with this equation becomes 2 plus 2d cubed is equal to d plus 2d squared plus d cubed. Now bringing all the terms over to the left hand side, we have 2d cubed minus d cubed minus 2d squared minus d plus 2 is equal to 0. 2d cubed minus d cubed is d cubed minus 2d squared minus d plus 2 is equal to 0. You can see that we have a cubic equation. And let us try to solve this equation. Since this is 2, let us use the trial and error method and see if d equal to 2 is a solution to this equation. When we substitute 2 here, we have 2 cubed minus 2 times 2 squared minus 2 plus 2. Let us see if it's equal to 0. 2 cubed is 8. 2 squared is 4 times 2, that is 8, minus 2 plus 2. 8 minus 8 is 0, minus 2 plus 2 is 0, so this is equal to 0. So that means that d minus 2 is a factor of this polynomial. Now what we are going to do is to divide this polynomial by d minus 2 to find the quadratic factor which we can solve for the other two values of d that satisfy this cubic equation. Now to find the quadratic factor, let us use the synthetic division method. So the coefficient is 1. The coefficient is -2. The coefficient is -1. And the coefficient is +2. Of course, we are dividing with 2. We bring down this 1. 2 times 1 is 2. -2 plus 2 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. -1 plus 0 is -1. 2 times -1 is -2. 2 plus -2 is 0. So we have that the quadratic factor is d squared plus 0d minus 1. And of course, we have that this can now be factorized as d minus 2 multiplied by d squared. Of course, this is 0 minus 1, and everything is equal to 0. Now, when you look at this quadratic factor, you will immediately see that it's the difference of two squares, because of course, 1 is equal to 1 squared. So this can be further factorized as d minus 2 multiplied by d minus 1 multiplied by d plus 1, and that's equal to 0. From here, we have that d minus 2 is equal to 0, or d minus 1 is equal to 0, or d plus 1 is equal to 0. Of course, from here, we have that d is equal to 2. From here, we have that d is equal to 1. And from here, we have that d is equal to minus 1. But let us remember that d is equal to y over x. So that means that y over x is equal to 2, or 1, or minus 1. So now you can see that we have a very simple relationship between y and x, because of course from here, by cross multiplication, we have that y is equal to 2x. We have that y is equal to x, and we have that y is equal to minus x. So now what we are going to do is to substitute these values into the first equation to get the actual values of x and y that satisfy these two equations simultaneously. So for case 1, we have that y is equal to x. And when we substitute that into this equation, we have that x cubed plus x cubed is equal to 1. So here we have that 2x cubed is equal to 1. And we have that x cubed is equal to 1 over 2. X cubed is equal to 1 over 2. We come back to this equation. From this equation, of course, we have that y cubed is equal to 1 minus x cubed. So we have that y cubed is equal to 1 minus half, which is equal to half. From here, we have that x is equal to the cube root of 1 over 2. And from here, we have that y is equal to the cube root of 1 over 2. So we have that when y is equal to x, the values of x and y that satisfy these two equations simultaneously are x is 1 over cube root of 2, because of course you know that the cube root of 1 is 1, the real values. And we have that y is equal to 1 over cube root of 2. Remember, we are only looking for the real values of x and y that satisfy these two equations. We are not considering the complex values. So this is the first set of values that satisfy these two equations simultaneously. Now, in the second case, we have that y is equal to 2x. Once more, substituting into the first equation, we have x cubed plus 2x cubed is equal to 1. We have x cubed plus 8x cubed is equal to 1. X cubed plus 8x cubed is 9x cubed is equal to 1, and x cubed is equal to 1 over 9. Once more, we go back to this equation, and we have that y cubed is equal to 1 minus x cubed. So that is 1 minus 1 over 9. But of course, this can be written as 9 over 9. So this is equal to 8 over 9. So from here, we have that y is equal to the cube root of 8 over 9. And of course, this is equal to 2 divided by the cube root of 9. Here we have that x is equal to the cube root of 1 over 9. So we have that the second values of x and y that satisfy these two equations simultaneously are 1 over cube root of 9 and 2 over cube root of 9. Now, in the third case, we have that y is equal to minus x. So going back to this equation, we have x cubed plus minus x cubed is equal to 1. We have x cubed minus x cubed is equal to 1. 0 is equal to 1. An impossibility. So we have that the only two values of x and y that satisfy these two equations simultaneously are this and that. And with that, we come to the end of this exercise. I hope you've learned something, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe if you enjoy such content. Leave us a thumbs up to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.